Have you ever looked up and thought, this year isn't going the way I imagined? Maybe you started the year with lots of energy and goals, and then life happened. Or maybe you never really got the chance to pause in January at all. And that's okay, because this moment, right now, mid-year, is your invitation. Not to throw everything out, not to force a new direction, but to realign with what matters now. Because life changes, we change, and that deserves reflection. Last year at this time, everything in my life had been turned upside down. In April, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. In May, I had 2 surgeries. And in June, I was laid off from the company that I had worked for over 8 years. I was recovering physically, but also emotionally. And there were days I felt completely disconnected from the version of myself that I had known for years. And yet in the middle of all that, it didn't feel like a blank slate. It felt like loss. What helped me wasn't feeling sorry for myself, though. It wasn't my to-do list. Instead, it was journaling. Now, I've always turned to journaling, and it's been a grounding tool for most of my life. But during that season, I turned to it more intentionally. Even when I didn't feel like writing, I made sure I did. And the pages were not pretty. They were brutally honest. They held grief, exhaustion, buried feelings from years ago, and questions I didn't have answers to. And eventually, they held small glimmers of clarity. One question that helped me with my direction was this: in 15 years, what would I regret not trying? It didn't give me a 5-year plan, but it brought me back to purpose. I know your year may look different, but if you're a woman in midlife, chances are something has shifted. Maybe your role as a parent is changing. Your kids are out of the house, or they're finding their own way. Maybe your career is shifting, or even winding down. Maybe you're navigating caregiving for a parent, a partner, or even both. And all of it leaves very little time to stop and ask, what do I want now? What still fits? What no longer does? But if you don't ask now, when will you make the time? Because let's be honest, life will take over again. So this is your moment, not to fix, not to force, but to listen. And let me share a simple reflection process I use. It's called Reset. And you can walk through this in your journal using the questions from the free mid-year Reset Companion Guide. And they're not meant to overwhelm you. They're here to gently guide you toward clarity. So R is for review. Start with the 3 life areas that impact everything else: career or purpose, health and well-being, and your relationships, social, romantic, and family. And you can also reflect on your spiritual life if that feels right at this moment. But ask yourself, what is working? What is not? And where do I feel in alignment? And where do I feel out of sync? This step is about telling the truth without judgment, just awareness. And E is for evaluate. Some of the goals you set earlier in the year may not reflect who you are today. What still feels aligned with my heart? What's shifted in my energy or my life? And what dreams are asking to be revived? What would I regret not trying? Evaluation gives you permission to adapt and dream again. And S is for shift. This is where we make space for something new. What habits or routines no longer serve me? What thoughts, worries, or fears are holding me back? What am I ready to release, even if it's just in thought for now? Letting go creates room for clarity, energy, and peace. Now, the second E is about exploration. This is about becoming. Ask yourself, who do I need to be to live out my next vision? What do I want to learn? What qualities do I need to strengthen? And what habits will support this version of me? Who inspires me? And how can I take one step closer to that energy? Exploration is where possibility lives. It invites new identity, not just new goals. Now, T is for trust. Trust your own timing. Trust your inner wisdom. And then trust that even when the path feels unclear, you'll figure it out one step at a time. Trust in something greater than yourself, whatever you call it, God, Spirit, the universe. A deeper rhythm that's been guiding you even when you didn't realize it. You are not meant to carry everything alone. Lean in to the support around you. Let yourself move at your own pace and take up more space in your own life. And believe fully and deeply that life is working for me, through me, and with me, even when you can't see how. Even when it doesn't make sense yet. Yes, especially then. Trust invites surrender and support, not certainty. So here's what I invite you to do. Take 30 minutes today. Find a quiet space and open your journal and reflect with honesty, not judgment. Use the reset reflection prompts inside your mid-year reset companion guide and let them hold space for clarity, not pressure. You don't need a brand new plan, just a renewed connection to yourself. You've reflected honestly, evaluated what's still aligned, shifted what's no longer serving you, and explored your next version and anchored it in trust. This is your year and you are right on time for what's next. I'll see you there.